The House will come to order. Prayer by the chaplain.
My name is Father Andrew Brinkman. I'm a Catholic priest at Our Lady of Guadalupe, just south of downtown. It's the oldest Mexican church, Latino church in the state of Minnesota. Pleasure to be here with you today. All-powerful and ever-living God, in your abundance, you have created mankind with a thirst to know the truth and to come to a knowledge of you through the splendor of creation. Indeed, all you have created, from the snow-covered pines to the call of the loon, points to your artistry and goodness. In your ordering of creation, you have given us not only the days and seasons, but also and especially the goods of family, culture, and religion. We turn to you with our desire to order our city, state, and nation according to your eternal law. We desire the good, but need your help to achieve it. Remove from our hearts all sin and free us from the egoism that fractures fraternity and concord. Finally, we ask you to fill us with your Holy Spirit and give us the joy of living the truth, praising you, and serving our neighbor. Por Cristo nuestro Señor. Amen.
The chaplain for today is Reverend Andrew Brinkman from Our Lady of Guadalupe Church, St. Paul, Minnesota. Pledge of Allegiance. Please remain standing and recite the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The clerk will take the roll. The clerk will close the roll. Quorum is present. The clerk will read the journal of the preceding day.
Journal of the House, 90th Session, 2018, 67th day, St. Paul, Minnesota, Monday, March 5th, 2018.
If there is no objection, further reading of the journal will be dispensed with, and the journal will be approved as corrected by the chief clerk. Hearing no objection, the journal is approved as corrected by the chief clerk. Reports of standing committees and divisions. A copy of this order of business has been placed on each member's desk. If there's no objection, the reports will be adopted. Hearing no objection, the reports are adopted. Second reading of House files.
Second reading, House File number 368.
Second reading.
Second reading, House File 1126.
Second reading.
Second reading, House File 1589.
Second reading.
Second reading, House File 2391.
Second reading.
Second reading, House File 2636.
Second reading.
Second reading, House File 2779.
Second reading.
Second reading, House File 2869.
Second reading.
Second reading, House File 3076.
Second reading.
Second reading, House File 3158.
Second reading.
Second reading, House File 3199.
Second reading.
Second reading, House File 3212.
Second reading.
And second reading, House File 3213.
Second reading. Introduction of bills. The following House files have been offered for introduction today. The chief clerk will report the House files and give them their first reading.
Introduction and first reading of House Files 3391 through 3593.
First reading, House files 3391 through 3593. The member from Hennepin, Representative Omar, for what purpose do you rise?
Thank you, Speaker. I have some special guests here with me today that I wanted to recognize.
State your point of personal privilege.
Thank you. We have Somalis that are visiting here for the first time. Some of them are Minnesotans, and some of them are visiting us from very far away in Australia. And so they are doing some work back in Somalia and here within the diaspora as well. I wanted to first recognize someone that is very close and dear to me. He was a teacher when I was in high school. His name is Dahir Mira Jibril. He's currently serving as the General Director for the Commission of Elections back in Somalia. And then we have thank you. We also have Mr. Farah Ali Jama. He's Australian and recently served as the Minister of Finance for Puntland, Somalia, and is currently running for the Governor of Puntland. We also have Awil, Nur Shire, and Siad Salah, who are both great journalists here in the Twin Cities. And joining them is someone who's also visiting us from Australia, Mahat Warsame. I want you to join me in welcoming them as they come to visit our great state of Minnesota. Thank you. And as many of you know, in Somalia, when the war happened in 1990, many of us dispersed in different parts of the world. My family went into a refugee camp in Kenya. And in 1995, on this day, on March 8th, my family got the opportunity to arrive on the shores of America. So today is my 23rd anniversary in this country. And like many of you, or your fathers, or your parents, or your great parents, I came here for a better opportunity and the possibility to be able to fully participate in this country, and that's exactly what I got. And so to celebrate that, I brought some sambusas in the retiring room for you all to enjoy. This day is not only special because it's International Women's Day, but it's also a rebirthing of a new opportunity for me and many of my family. So thank you.
The member from Stearns, Representative Tice. For what purpose do you rise?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to the point of personal privilege.
State your point of personal privilege.
Well, today is a special day because today is also the start of the Paralympics in Pyeongchang, Korea, of which one of my constituents will be competing in snowboard slalom. In fact, if you're a Frosted Flakes fan, he's on the box of Frosted Flakes. I'm very excited. Yeah, it is so cool. And on the back, you get to see a little bit of what he looks like because you really can't tell from the front. But what really is great about Monster Mike Schultz is that he started out in snowcross, and in 2008, he had an accident in which he lost his leg. Monster Mike was not going to be kept down very long, and he got a little bit frustrated with the legs that they gave him to use because they didn't allow him to do what he had been doing. So what he did is he took his experiences from his 9th grade drafting class, and with his knowledge of, you know, the sports and compression and all that, he started making his own legs, knees and ankles. And he used parts like bicycle suspension parts and things like that. And now Monster Mike has been competing and winning medals like you won't believe in not only the X Games, but now he's competing in the Olympics. And we are so excited for him. So if you want to be a junkie and follow him, there are apps that allow you to do it. But also, he'll be competing on March 12th in, like I said, the snowboard slalom. We are very excited for him, but what is still incredibly cool is that because of the development of his leg, many of his teammates are going to be wearing his leg. And so will some of the international competitors as well. So I am just so proud. I've known his mom since I was a little kid. But it's just so cool to see somebody who that not only overcomes the fact that he lost a limb, but found a way to do what he does and is sharing that with everybody else. So again, please watch the Paralympics on March 12th. Cheer for Monster Mike Schultz. And with any luck, he'll be here on the House floor with the gold when he gets back. Thank you.
The member from Cass, Representative Poston. For what purpose do you rise? The member from Hennepin, Representative Pepin. For what purpose do you rise?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Point of personal privilege.
State your point of personal privilege.
It is a very important day today. Someone who does a lot of work for us every single day and supports us on the floor is having a birthday today. So please join me in wishing our Chief Clerk, Pat Murphy, a very, very happy birthday.
All right.
The member from Washington, Representative Detmer. For what purpose do you rise?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And just for the rest of the members here, next Monday is basically an announcement of personal privilege, Mr. Speaker.
State your point of personal privilege.
I should have waited until announcements, but yes, next Monday is the Vets on the Hill Day. We're going to have hundreds of veterans here from around the state. I know a lot of communities are sending buses of veterans to the state here, to the Capitol. At 10 o'clock in the rotunda, show up, and then there's different rooms around the Capitol and also the state office building where you can go to your district and talk to the veterans there instead of them coming to your office. So it's going to be a great event next Monday at 10 o'clock.
Report from the Committee on Rules and Legislative Administration.
Pepin from the Committee on Rules and Legislative Administration, pursuant to Rules 1.21 and 3.33, designates the following bills to be placed on the calendar for the day from Monday, March 12, 2018, and establishes a pre-filing requirement for amendments offered to the following bills: House File Numbers 2764, 1876, and 1243. No.
Motions and resolutions. There are copies of the non-controversial motions at the House desk and online. If there's no objection, we'll take action on these motions first. Hearing no objection, the motions prevail. There are a series of motions at the desk. The clerk will report the motions.
Miller moves that House File Number 2719 be recalled from the Committee on Transportation and Regional Governance Policy and be re-referred to the Committee on Job Growth and Energy Affordability Policy and Finance.
Recognize the member from Candy, Ohio, Representative Miller, to your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. This bill is for the purpose of reforming rules between excavating contractors and utilities when a utility is breached. This is broader than just road construction. This is construction of many times. So it needs to be moved over. I've spoken with both chairs, and they both agree that this should be moved over to jobs. So I ask for your support. Thank you.
Any discussion on the Miller motion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed, no. The motion prevails.
Erickson moves that House File Number 2936 be recalled from the Committee on Environment, Natural Resources Policy and Finance and be re-referred to the Committee on Education, Innovation Policy.
I recognize the member from Mille Lacs, Representative Erickson, to your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. This House file is the reform or maybe semi-reform of the management of school trust land. It is primarily a policy bill, and since the deadline in education innovation policy is upcoming, we would like to deal with this proposal before it is re-referred to the Environment and Natural Resources Policy and Finance Bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any discussion on the Erickson motion? Seeing no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed, no. The motion prevails.
Sandsted moves that House File Number 3076, now on the General Register, be referred to the Committee on Public Safety and Security Policy and Finance.
The member from St. Louis, Representative Sandstede, to your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. House File 3076 is the St. Louis County Civil Service, bill. There is a provision within this bill that reduces a penalty. It would be appropriate for it to be seen in public safety. I have spoken with the chair, and I'd appreciate your support.
Any discussion on that motion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed, no. The motion prevails.
Runbeck moves that House File Number 3303 be recalled from the Committee on Agricultural Policy and be re-referred to the Committee on Public Safety and Security Policy and Finance.
The member from Anoka, Representative Runbeck, to your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And yes, that is my motion, and the transfer has been agreed to by the committee chairs of both Agriculture and Public Safety. The bill is a dangerous dog bill.
Any discussion on that motion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed, no. The motion prevails.
Thiessen moves to amend the permanent rules of the House of Representatives for the 90th session as follows. Add a new rule to read.
I'm just referring it.
A copy of the amendment should be on each member's desk. The member from Hennepin, Representative Thiessen, to your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And if I could just amend the motion to, or do what I need to do, I'd just like to refer this to the Rules Committee.
Representative Thiessen moves to refer his rules amendment to the Rules Committee. Discussion on that motion. Representative Thiessen.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, I just wanted to raise this issue because it's something I've been thinking about for a long time, and I'm not going to have a chance to do anything about it. So I just like to bring this to folks' attention. And what this would basically do is say that every legislator in this body, whether they're in the majority or the minority, would have one committee administrator for every 2 members, as opposed to what we do today, where we have legislative, LA, sorry. And so, today, obviously, if you're in the minority, it's 3 members to every LA, and the majority is 2 members to every LA. Of course, committee chairs have additional assistants. And I think this would do 2 things. I think every one of our constituents deserves equal representation. We've done some analysis, and the communications and constituent services that members on our side, whether they're in the majority or in the minority, doesn't change that much. The second reason is that every time we have a switch of majorities, we have to go through a process where we lay off a number of legislative assistants. And then when the majority switches back again, we have to hire people back again. And so for institutional stability, for the benefit of our hardworking legislative assistants and the job security for them, and just to represent our constituents as well, I'd hope that we would consider this as the policy of the House going forward. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I'd renew the motion.
Discussion on the motion to refer to the Rules Committee. Representative from Hennepin, Representative Pepin.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and Representative Thiessen. I was going to recommend that we refer that to the Rules Committee as well. There is quite a price tag on it. It's a good idea, but it is a price tag of over $700,000, so it's definitely something that we'd have to look at there. So thank you so much, and I'm happy to support the motion.
Any further discussion? The member from Hennepin, Representative Thiessen.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would just say that with the number of Democrats in the House right now, it's probably the cheapest time ever to make this change.
I really want to comment on that, but I will refrain. Any further discussion on the Thiessen motion? Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed, no. The motion prevails. Thank you, Representative Thiessen.
Kershaw introduces House Resolution Number 4, a House resolution expressing the sense of the Minnesota House of Representatives concerning Turkey's treatment of the ecumenical patriarch. The resolution is being referred to the Committee on Rules and Legislative Administration. No action. Yep. Thanks.
Announcements. The member from Douglas, Representative Franson. Announcements.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm wearing red today, as you might notice, in honor of our Alexandria Cardinals' epic win against the Thief River Prowlers that took place last night, 1-0. There was a little friendly wager between Representative Fabian and I. He is out $5, and he had to wear an Alec Cardinal jersey today. So I want to thank Representative Fabian for his wonderful sportsmanship. Thank you. And I know that the hockey players that showed up today at the State Office building thoroughly enjoyed their time with you, and the coaches as well. So thank you. And just to sum up what one of the parents said last night on Facebook regarding this moment, Doc Powell, who is a constituent of mine and the proud parent of number 21, Jack Powell, summed it up this way: 12 years of road trips, weekends in hotels, thousands of miles, early mornings, late nights, and even more smiles. This moment, priceless. So congratulations to the Alexandria Cardinals on last night. Now we've got to win against the Hermantown Hawks tomorrow. So thank you.
The member from Roseau will yield. Representative Fabian.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, I had the boys in my office earlier today, some of the hockey players from Alexandria, and the Powell boy was there. If I smell a little odorous, like a hockey jersey, it's because I had on number 21 for quite some length of time. and I gladly walk across the House floor to pay my debt to Representative Franson. But members, this really pains me to have to pay Senator Ingebrigtsen $5 as well. Thank you. Congratulations to the Cardinals.
Announcements. The member from Washington, Representative Juergens.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, food shelves throughout the state of Minnesota are depleted this time of year, and as such, the Minnesota Food Share March campaign has begun. It brings together Minnesota organizations, businesses, faith organizations, and individuals to help keep food shelves full. I had the opportunity to tour the Hastings Family Service last week, one of the food shelves in my district. I learned that 51% of the people that visit the food shelf report that someone in their family has skipped a meal because there wasn't enough food in the household. 45% of the people that visit Hastings Family Service are children. So hunger is a factor in my district just as it is in yours. So here's my challenge to each and every one of you. We all have food shelves in our district, and we all have a platform. I'm asking each of you to use your platform as I will, whether that's social media or our weekly email updates out to our constituents. Please encourage the people in your district to donate to the food district or to the food shelf in your area as well. Thank you.
Member from Mille Lacs, Representative Erickson. Announcements.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members of the Education Innovation Policy Committee, we will reconvene in room 5 as close to 4:15 as possible. Thank you.
Any further announcements? The member from Hennepin, Representative Anderson S.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The State Government Finance Committee will reconvene at 5 o'clock. For GOP members, we will have a brief meeting in my office immediately following session.
The member from Washington, Representative Ward. Announcements.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, you may remember that the Civility Caucus is having a dinner and training on Tuesday night. 41 of us signed up for that training on the first full day of session when we had lunch. This will be 6 to 9 o'clock on Tuesday night, the 13th, and it includes dinner. So you all got a reminder, those of you who signed up, a reminder to RSVP, and we're all flooded with too many emails. So I am asking you please to let me know if you are coming on Thursday or Tuesday night, the 13th, so that we can have enough food. We had a wonderful lunch a couple of weeks ago, and we want to be sure that we have enough for you on Thursday night. The training is by William Mitchell. Sorry, they don't call it that anymore, do they? Mitchell Hamlin. Everyone negotiates every day, and as legislators, your negotiations impact thousands of people. This interactive training is designed to assist you in advancing your negotiation skills, and it will be conducted by Sharon Press, who is the Director of Dispute Resolution Institute at Mitchell Hamlin School of Law. Please let me know if you are coming. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
The member from Washington, Representative Detmer. Announcements.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I think many of you recall, if you follow the State High School League wrestling tournament that was held last week at the Excel Center. And there was 2 wrestlers that I know personally. Freshman Derek Cardinal was a state champion at 113 pounds from Forest Lake. And then from Stillwater, sophomore Reed Ballantyne was a two-time state champion from Stillwater High School. It was a great tournament.
Any further announcements? The member from Hennepin, Representative Pepin.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that when the House adjourns today, it adjourns until 3:30 p.m. Monday, March 12, 2018.
Representative Pepin moves that when the House adjourns today, it adjourns until 3:30 p.m. Monday, March 12th, 2018. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. Motion prevails. Representative Pepin.
I move that the House do now adjourn.
Representative Pepin moves that the House do now adjourn. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. The motion prevails, and the House stands adjourned until 3:30 p.m. Monday, March 12th, 2018.